Jacob deGrom just went 5 scoreless innings in 73 pitches. But what's wild isn't the line, it's how he did it. The slider took over. The fastball wasn't dominant, and there's a quiet pitch no one's talking about that might be his new weapon. Let's break it down. deGrom's final line: 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 0 earned, 0 walks, 6 Ks on just 73 pitches. But if you watch closely, this wasn't classic deGrom. He wasn't out there overpowering with 100 plus. He was out there executing a game plan, one that relied on sequencing, tunneling, and a slider that looked untouchable. Let's start with the pitch he threw the most, the slider. He threw 29 of them, 40% of his entire outing. It averaged 90 miles an hour and over 2,600 RPM, and created a ton of deception with just 4 inches of vertical and horizontal break. Tight, sharp, efficient. He threw it 61% of the time to righties, and it was untouchable. 10 whiffs on 20 swings. That's a 50% whiff rate and a 48% called strike plus whiff rate. This wasn't a secondary pitch. This was the backbone of his outing. Now the fastball. Sat at 97 with over 2,500 RPM, but it didn't generate swings and misses like we're used to. Only 15% whiff rate, and opponents actually hit 294 against it. He only threw it 19% of the time to righties, relying on it more against lefties, 48%, just to establish velocity and tunnel the changeup off of it. deGrom didn't dominate with velocity. He used it as bait. This was maybe the most under the radar weapon of the night, the changeup. He threw it 89 miles an hour and had 13 inches of arm side run, and he threw it exclusively to lefties. 11 total thrown. What happened? A 60% whiff rate, 0 balls in play, and a 0 batting average again. It was filthy, quietly elite. It's becoming a go-to reverse split option. If this becomes consistent, deGrom might not need 100 anymore. deGrom mixed in 7 curveballs at 82.4 miles an hour with over 2,700, almost 2,800 RPM, but they got hit hard. This was the pitch that gave out the hardest contact. One of them was hit 102 miles an hour off the bat. He used it to change a pace offering, but it clearly was the weakest part of his arsenal. Against righties, he was slider heavy, throwing it 61% of the time, mixing in curves and just enough heater. Against lefties, he was fastball changeup combo, 48% and 21%, with a slider sprinkled in. He used 4 distinct movement profile: a fastball with 16 inches of ride, a slider with 4 inches of sweep, a changeup with 6 inches of drop and 13 inches of arm side fade, and a curveball with -3 drop and 7 inches of glove side movement. All of it tunneled tight off his fastball and broke in opposite direction. That's elite pitch design. If this is the version of Jacob deGrom we're getting in 25, one that leans on the slider, sequences with a dominant changeup, and uses a fastball as a setup pitch, then he might have just unlocked his next chapter. Not the overpowering 100-mile-an-hour guy, but the elite movement master with command and deception. He didn't just dominate, he evolved, and that might even be scarier.